If you're a woman who's ever lost your period while dieting, felt your energy completely crash, or noticed your hormones going crazy while you're dieting or trying to lose weight, this video will explain exactly what happened and how to fix it. So losing your period isn't normal. It's not like a badge of honor. It's your body sending you a very clear signal that something is wrong. So today I'm going to show you how to lose fat without destroying your hormones, how to get your period back if you've lost it, and the specific nutrients that make all the difference. So my name is Frank. I've worked with a bunch of women who came to me after months or even years of restrictive dieting, overtraining, and dealing with missing periods, regular cycles, and just complete hormonal chaos. But the good news, your hormones are not permanently broken, but you do need to understand what's happening in your body and how to support it properly. First, let's talk about what happens in your body when you lose your period. The medical term is, excuse me if I don't pronounce this right, hypothalamic amenorrhea, which basically means your brain has shut down your reproductive system because it doesn't think your body can handle it right now. This happens when your body is under too much stress. That stress can come from eating too little calories for too long, excessive exercise without adequate recovery, chronic stress or poor sleep, or a combination of all these. And your body sees this as a survival threat. When your body senses it doesn't have enough energy coming in, it prioritizes essential functions like breathing and circulation and puts reproduction on the back burner. So that is why losing your period is a red flag. It's not just about fertility, it's a sign that your body is in survival mode, which also affects your thyroid, your metabolism, your bone density, and your overall health. And it's not really a good idea to ignore it. It makes you more likely to face long-term health consequences. So let's talk about body fat, specifically why having some is non-negotiable for hormonal health. So fat tissue isn't just storage, it's an endocrine organ that produces hormones including estrogen. So when your body fat gets too low, your estrogen production drops, and that directly impacts your menstrual cycle. But it's not really about being just too lean. You can very much lose your period at a much higher body fat percentage if your energy availability is too low. So energy availability is the amount of energy left over after exercise for your body to perform all its other functions. For example, if you're eating 1,000 calories but burning something like 500 calories through exercise or simply by staying active, your body only has 500 calories to work with for everything else, and that's not really enough. So this is why you can't really out-exercise a hormonal problem. More cardio and less food is the exact opposite of what your body needs to restore hormone function. So then how do you lose fat without destroying your hormones? So it starts with not being too overly aggressive with your calorie deficit, because you do need a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. So what you need is a moderate deficit. So eat around 500 calories less than what your maintenance calorie is. This is sustainable and it doesn't send your body into panic mode. So you need to prioritize protein in order to preserve muscle and support metabolic function. Aim for at least 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. You also need an adequate fat intake. Now I know these have been villainized in the fitness culture as it is crucial for hormonal production. Don't go below 0.3 grams of fat per pound of body weight. Try to stay in the 0.5 grams of fat per pound of body weight. As long as you're within the 0.3 to 0.5 grams of fat per pound of body weight, you're good to go. But when it comes to fat, it doesn't just end there. Fats are to regulate your hormones, and there's a specific type of fat that helps you with that. Those would be omega-3s. So now omega-3 fats are anti-inflammatory and directly support reproductive hormone function. You also need carbohydrates, especially if you're active. So carbs support thyroid function, reduce cortisol, and provide the energy your body needs in order to maintain a healthy cycle. And finally, you need to manage your training volume. So strength training is obviously great. I love it, don't we all? But doing excessive cardio and not taking enough rest days will work against you. Recovery is when your body rebuilds, so don't really skip it. You can get away with going to the gym 3 times a week. If you have a good split, it's enough. So if you've already lost your period, here's what you need to do to get it back. Step 1 is going to be to increase your calories. So I know that's scary, especially if you've been restricting yourself for a long time, but your body does need more energy, aka calories, to restore hormonal function. Start by adding 200 to 300 calories a day, primarily from protein and fats, and reassess after 2 weeks. What does that mean? See how you feel after 2 weeks, and ideally try to increase your calories all the way up to your maintenance calories. You can also do a little bit more cardio, but not excessively, obviously. But depending on how you feel, the results you see afterwards, you might need to start eating a little bit over your maintenance calories. So what I recommend is not go over 200 calories above your maintenance, because if not, you just start putting on body fat. That is absolutely not necessary. So step 2 is reducing your training volume. So this doesn't mean stop exercising entirely, but it does mean cutting back on excessive cardio and super high intensity workouts. So once again, focus on 3 to 4 strength sessions per week and just walk for movement. That's it. And now step 3 is prioritizing omega-3 fats. So research shows that omega-3 supplementation can support menstrual regulation and reproductive health. So aim for at least 2 to 3 grams of combined EPA and DHA per day from fish or a high quality supplement. And step 4 is to support your micronutrient intake. So make sure you're getting enough zinc, magnesium, vitamin D, and your B vitamins, all of which play a role in hormonal production. So a quality multivitamin or targeted supplementation can help there. So step 5, manage stress and prioritize your sleep. So chronic stress elevates cortisol, which suppresses reproductive hormones. Get 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Practice stress management techniques and give your nervous system a break. But don't worry, this process takes time. It's not really unusual for it to take 3 to 6 months or longer for a period to return, especially if you've been under eating for a very long time. Your body is resilient, it just needs the right support. But let's zoom in on omega-3 fats because they do deserve a special attention. So omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, are anti-inflammatory fats that your body cannot really produce on its own. They play a direct role in regulating menstrual cycles, reducing inflammation throughout the body, supporting brain function and mood, even improving your insulin sensitivity, and balancing other hormones like cortisol. So studies have shown that women with higher omega-3 intake tend to have more regular cycles and better overall reproductive health. So the best sources are fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and anchovies. So if you don't eat fish regularly, a high quality fish oil or omega-3 supplement is a really smart investment. So once again, aim for 2 to 3 grams of omega-3s. This is one of the simplest and most effective interventions that you can make for hormonal health. But here's the bottom line. You can lose fat and maintain healthy hormones, but it requires a smarter approach. You need to eat enough to support your body's basic function. You need to strength train without overtraining. You need to include adequate protein, carbs, and fats, including omega-3s, like I said. You need to track progress beyond just the scale. Energy levels, sleep quality, mood and cycle regularity are all indicators of health, and you actually need to give yourself permission to slow down. Aggressive fat loss can make you get results faster in the short term, but it costs you your period, your energy, and your long-term health. It's really not worth it. The goal isn't just to lose weight, it's to build a body that's strong, healthy, and hormonally balanced. From working with many women, your period is not optional. It's not something to ignore or push through. It's a vital sign of your overall health. If you lost it, you can get it back, but you have to be willing to do with the opposite of what diet culture tells you. Eat a little bit more, not less. Rest more, not less. Support your body, don't punish it, and that's how you lose fat the right way and keep your hormones intact while doing it. And that's pretty much it. If you want to watch my full guide on how to lose fat completely for free, click the link below where I cover more ground beyond just hormones. Once again, just click the link below, and you can also click the other link to fill out a Typeform application if you want to work with me one-on-one, where I take you by the hand and guide you through your fat loss journey.